but that's the way Pete was. But one thing that was odd about Pete is he would never, in all his personal tirades, would never take the Lord's name. Never. And matter of fact, he was passionate about that. If anybody did, he would really come down hard on him. And he was a sergeant, so he could come down hard on him. But the one thing that I remember one time we were in Norway, one of the guys, the Lord's name is Dane, and he just chewed him out. But when he chewed him out, it was laced with a bunch of swear words as he was doing it. But he did it. And so Pete and I and a couple other people, we went through this trip off to Norway. It was a boat ride, a train ride, and a bus ride. We went through the fjords, and it was a long ride through a lot of stuff. And I was talking about it. He goes, I figure as long as I don't murder someone and I don't take the Lord's name in vain, I'll end up on the right side when I die. And that was almost a verbatim quote from it. You know, we talked about it and stuff. But, you know, I tried to convince him of his flawed logic about some of the things he did. But, you know, up until the day I retired, he was steadfast in his beliefs. You know, I believe Jesus deals with a lot of individuals similar to Pete. You know, they may have tried to fulfill the law. They may have tried to fulfill the Ten Commandments. They may try to fulfill some self-imposed law that they think, well, as long as I'm good to people, I'll be okay. As long as I don't harm anybody or cheat anybody, I'm going to be okay. As long as I give to charity once in a while, I'll be okay. Well, you know, just like the Galileans the other day, they had some of that fear too. But did they try to fulfill the law because they love the Lord? Or was it for fear of not meeting tradition and being ostracized by family? Was it maybe about being excommunicated out of their church then? I think Jesus knew the heavy weight that these people were trying to fulfill and invited, rather he beckoned them to come to him to take rest from their vain and arduous attempt at trying to fulfill the law. Now, given the reputation Jesus was starting to acquire at this time, there must have been some curiosity that preceded him. So when he came into town, to the Galilean town, there must have been some sort of reputation that people were trying to wonder about. And so anything he offered probably would have been met with some sort of curiosity or some anticipation. So when he offers rest, a political rest, a rest that is being given by somebody of his reputation coming into town, it probably got some people's attention. They wanted to know more. So this is where in the next verse, I think Jesus tells them a little bit about that and compels them to really learn about him and what he's doing. So Matthew 11:29, the next verse, it says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you'll find rest for your souls. So he's really saying quite a bit in that short sentence. Now, the one thing, though, that I want to talk about is, what does he mean when he says, take my yoke upon you? The first thing, you know, I remember reading this is more famous verse. I remember reading it when I was little, and I always thought it was just the thing that went around the ox. And I said, well, maybe he's just offering them some tools that people get out a little bit better, especially when I was misreading the verse. But here, yoke means a sort of bondage or a burden, a task, some heavy weight that has to be fulfilled. Christ is telling his audience that his burden is much, much more palatable for them and easier to fulfill than Mosaic law. What he's saying is, my yoke is what I demand of you. The yoke, the burden that I expect from you to be one of my followers is significantly easier than the burden you're going to get out of the religious leaders today, the Pharisees. Matter of fact, you can do it. You can do what I tell you to do. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So he goes on and tells his audience to learn about him. Learn, again, in the original language, meant to learn through use and practice. It wasn't just, hey, I'm going to tell you something, I'll go away. He wanted them to to learn about him through use and practice. In other words, to mimic his behavior, to learn what he's about, to copy it, to duplicate it, because then it becomes part of the process. You internalize it. So Christ was compelling the Galileans to reach past listening about what he did and said, but to copy it, to become intimate with it, to become part of it, so that they can learn and understand what he's saying at a much greater level than just bypassing listening. Next, Jesus conveys to his audience something about his character. I guess he felt it was important to entice his audience with a teaser, I guess you could say, about what they could learn from him. He described himself as gentle and humble in spirit. Now think about the times they were living in. Being beaten and whipped or cheated or ridiculed by the Romans was common day practice. So when he came preaching that I am gentle and humble in spirit, how much of a compelling attraction would that have been to the common everyday person in Galilee? By contrast of the Roman rule and the haughtiness, I guess you could say, of the Pharisee, of the religious leaders. So it would have been a welcome change. And I look at this, I was thinking, okay, what can I compare this to? And I guess in this I did this, I coached baseball, and I hit a parent throw a ball at me yesterday, and I grabbed it. But, so I was thinking about this, and I said, it's a lot like when you're a kid, and you're a little leaguer. How many of us guys or gals, when we were little, 5, 6 years old, and we wanted to learn how to hit it, because we wanted to hit home runs. So we would take that ball, and in a matter of a second, set our feet, set the bat, watch the ball be sent, and try to hit. We would do it again. And then you had to go chase the ball, so you could do it all over again. Well, the problem with that is, you're taking that whole burden of learning how to hit a ball on yourself, and it's not under the right conditions. It's not a game condition, you're not doing it. It's you're doing everything yourself. So when the coach comes along, the coach is going to tell you how to get in the box, how to square yourself up against the plate, how to hold the bat, how to watch the ball approach, how to rotate your hips, how to roll your wrist through the swing. In other words, he's telling you how to do it right. He's making it a lot easier for you than trying to do it by yourself. So you become part of the experience when the coach is telling you how to do everything. You're not just listening about it, you're actually doing it under the right light, under the right guidance, with the right information. Jesus in a similar manner wanted his listeners to do the same. He wanted them to listen to him, he wanted them to trust him, he wanted them to copy him. And lastly, Jesus concludes this verse 29 with a hook. Okay? And again, it says, I am gentle in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. It's kind of like the hook, the teaser. He lets them know that if they take him and his teaching to heart, they will find rest from the oppressive burden that they've been trying to fulfill. So Christ offers rest. Well, what is the nature of the rest he promises? Okay, if I could say, well, depending on who you talk to in your particular employment, that might mean very different things. If somebody says, I'm going to give you rest, I'm like, well, I'm working real hard at work anyway. What can you really do for me? And bring me a help. Versus somebody who's out there digging ditches in the sun, in Arizona, in August, somebody saying, hey, I'm going to bring you some cold refreshment for 2 hours. So it really depends on what you talk about as rest. So Jesus, in verse 29, kind of gives you a little bit of a hint. Well, what specifically is he talking about? Jesus did not leave them hanging. He goes on to describe a little bit about what he's talking about in the last verse, in verse 30, when he says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Again, to be very simply understood, but if you really dig down deep into what he is saying there, it has a profound impact. Jesus, up to this point, has called out the weary, proposing rescue from an oppressive burden and offering an easier path. He then tells them this path is not simply a temporary respite. He's telling them it's an eternal rest. If you follow me, you listen to me, you learn about me, you will have my invitation. Come to me. It's not for a week, it's not for a month, it's not while I'm alive. It is an eternal respite or rest from the burden of trying to fulfill the law or trying to self-impose your own righteousness to get into heaven or to find salvation, which you can't do. So he's telling you that this rest is there forever. He doesn't say, well, you know, when you rest, then it's a whole different ballgame. No, he's saying that this is a rest I offer you. Now, to reinforce that, again, when he says that my yoke is easy, my burden is light, I want to talk about the word easy. Easy, in the term used by Matthew, was called prostos. And prostos meant fit, useful, virtuous, and good. It wasn't just easy, like, okay, it's good. The term that God or Christ used was, this is virtuous. It's good. It's fit for you. It's right for the time. It's perfect. For that reason alone, you should be compelled to do it. So he was saying his burden was useful. His burden is virtuous. It's good. Lastly, he again calls attention to the light burden. And he meant to elaborate the obligation he lays on his followers versus the precepts of the Pharisees. By comparison, the only obligation he had when he says, my yoke is easy, he is saying, all you have to do is accept. I don't put any other rules, provisos, conditions. You don't have to maintain it. All you have to do